Today is Sunday, May 5th, 2024. Hey Lionheart folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, I use him pronouns. In case you're wondering where my mic is, I just connected to this shirt because it just holds it in more and it doesn't have to like droop and like angle and go weird and mess with my audio. I don't remember what I said in my intro. I think I said half my intro and then I changed to my mic. I'm just gonna roll with it, honestly. I'm not gonna refill my intro. I don't remember what I said in my intro or whether I said my full intro, but that's okay. In today's video, I wanna talk about intentional solitude and how I've started like valuing and like reached the point of valuing the importance of prioritizing my own company. So for the past few weeks, I've been spending a lot of time in solitude. I do live with family, but I don't really hang out with them on weekdays because everyone's busy with school and work. And I am currently unemployed and trying to get back into the workforce after a break. And so I have a lot of time alone. And I've been spending a lot of time, for most of my time for the past few weeks, in solitude. And except for the one hangout with friends. And this sort of in longer period of solitude arose when the person I've been dating, we're not working out. When I say dating, I don't mean a relationship. When we were not in a relationship, me and this person were just dating and still getting to know each other and assess whether a relationship would be suitable. And it turns out we're on different we're at different stages in our journeys, and there are just some incompatibilities that it just isn't going to work at the moment. So we discontinued dating, and so I've had more mental space for myself, and I've also taken time out to spend in solitude on purpose to sort of process all of that and also sort of re-ground myself. And this is where this intentional solitude has come in. And it also links back into me rebuilding a routine after having a lot of free time due to not being in the workforce and unemployed at the moment. And so I want to dive into this a bit more. I had a like revelation at like 12 past minute, like it was on like 12:15, 12. It was like around midnight, 12 something, that it hit me that I've never really prioritized spending time alone. Like, it's always been a thing at the back of my mind where it's just like, okay, if I have free time, then I'll spend it alone and then I'll do something nice for myself when I have time and if I have the energy to. It's a contingency type thing. It's like with my friends, it's not a contingency thing. Like, I intentionally make plans with friends. I ask them when they're free. I book out time to hang out with them. But when it comes to myself, it's until like this point in time, it's always been a contingency. If I have time, if I have energy, if I feel like it, I'm intentionally making time for solitude and doing something for me and just hang out with myself consciously and intentionally. And this is the revelation that hit me. It's just for the past 3 weeks, without like really solidifying it in my head, like now, where it just like hit me consciously in like words and I like understand exactly what's going on, is I've been making time for intentional solitude. I've been going swimming alone, taking swimming lessons. I've been swimming alone. Well, there are other people at the pool, but I'm basically going alone. I am not going with other people. I'm surrounded by other people, but I'm in my own space. I do my own thing. I have focus on myself. I don't pay attention to other people. I don't engage with other people except for the swim teacher. That's besides the point. And then I've been like making more videos. I've been working on a short film. I have been boxing more. It's just like I've been doing more things for myself, with myself. And the important thing is that I'm enjoying my own company. I'm valuing my own company. It's not oh my God, I have to hang out alone because everyone's busy, or I can't be bothered hanging with people and I can't be bothered being social. So I guess I have this time alone and I'll just have to make do with it. I don't feel like that. I love spending time alone. I love spending time in solitude. I also get to learn, I get to grow, I get to know myself better. And it's only through solitude that I actually go into this like deep introspection and understand my thoughts, understand my feelings, understand who I am at the core. It includes letting my mind wander. I just sit in silence. I do this eye massage. Oh no, I'm charging it. It's not here. I like have a eye massage mask, and it's just like plays gentle music as it massages my eyes. My mind goes into wonder. I think about things. I I like visualize. Not sometimes I visualize the thoughts that are passing through my head. I pay attention to my thoughts. It's just like pretend we're sitting at a train station and then we're looking at trains go past. We're looking at trains go past. Trains stop, people get on and off, and then the train goes, and then another train comes, and then when other people get on and off, and the train goes. Just like watching trains of thought, and I'm just like observing it from like a third person point of view. It doesn't feel like it's my thought. It's just like sometimes it feels like it's just like I'm just observing it from like an outsider perspective. And I'm just like observing these thoughts, I'm observing these feelings. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting thought. That's an interesting concept. I'll keep that. I'll like delve into it more subconsciously, and then I just watch my train of thought. And then it's where thoughts like this come out, where last night I was just sitting here in silence, and then it's just like it hit me that I'm not valued my own company until now. And then for the past 3 weeks I've been spending in intentional solitude, and I realized I love my own company. It's like I'm respecting myself more by prioritizing myself and not treating myself as a last resort where I hang out with myself if no one else is free type thing. It's just like this radical reclamation of self-respect and my own value, and like seeing value in myself. That I see value in my family, I see value in my friends, but I've always had a hard time seeing the value in myself and believing that I'm worth it and believing that I'm deserving and all of this stuff. Believe it for other people really fast, but I don't believe it for myself really easily. And this is a point in my journey where it's just like I respect myself. I enjoy my own company. I value myself. I'm prioritizing myself. I'm making time for myself as I do with the people I care about. And one of the core reasons why I've had a like hard time valuing myself and seeing like the value in my own company, and like avoiding like this feeling lonely thing, or this like trying to fill this like void in myself, is because of low self-esteem. I started working on my low self-esteem like directly in June last year. So it's been 11 months since I started with my new therapist. At the time, I've been seeing him for 11 months and working on self-esteem directly, because back then when I was seeing therapists for different mental health concerns, it addressed depression, it addressed my severe social anxiety, it addressed like my anxiety around food and my gut and stuff, but it never addressed self-esteem directly. Like depression, low self-esteem was part of depression, but then the therapy itself did not target low self-esteem. It did not target low self-worth. And I only specifically started targeting that in therapy in June last year. And 11 months on, which is now, there's this significant difference in who I was and how I saw myself and treated myself, and now, and how I see myself. Yes, back to the core issue of low self-esteem. I didn't like myself. I didn't see any worth in myself. I only saw worth in myself when I could give to other people, when I could provide something, whether it's I provide value on the internet through YouTube videos and sharing my experiences. I provide value to my friends by, being a loyal friend, supporting them, spending time with them and they enjoy my company. So basically, I didn't feel like I was worth much unless I could give someone something, unless I could produce some useful output for the world, right? I didn't see my value in myself for just being human and just existing and inherently having value as a human being. I didn't see that. But I saw it for other people. When you ask me like if it's like about my family or the people I care about, it's just like, yes, they're amazing. Like, oh my, like I praise people so much, but I cannot praise myself to that degree. Or up until now, it's like I'm getting better at it. Still feel awkward about it, but getting better at it, at accepting compliments and also giving myself a pat on the back and not just giving everyone else a pat on the back and never giving myself a pat on the back, essentially. It was that. It's just like I didn't feel worth it unless I could give something to other people or provide value of some kind to other people. So it's always socially like related. It's about other people. It's never been about myself. I never really thought about the value I give myself either, or it's just like the way I see and treat other people has been radically different from the way I see and treat myself. It's like I'm not included in that group of people that, I cherish and value and prioritize and would do anything for. I never, it's, never is a strong word. It's been hard for me to see myself in the same way and value myself and prioritize myself like I would the people I care about. And it's been this subconscious shift throughout the past 10, 11 months through therapy and then through doing things like intentional solitude and allowing time for my brain to process things that I realized that I do have value and I do have worth, and that it's not dependent on other people. It's not dependent on whether I can provide some external thing to other people. I already inherently have worth. I am awesome. Everyone, like all of you are awesome. I am awesome. I'm not excluded from that group. I deserve respect. I deserve to prioritize myself. I am a priority. I am a priority in my own life. That might sound really conceited, but it's important that we prioritize ourselves as well and not just say the people we care about. It's important to prioritize ourselves as well and not exclude ourselves from that group of people. And I think the other reason I was like so avoidant and I didn't really enjoy my own company is because I think I subconsciously relied on social interaction to feel like this void inside of me, because I didn't know how to be alone. I didn't know how to like be in solitude without feeling uncomfortable, without feeling lonely, or without wanting to run from the experience of solitude. It wasn't until like I understood more about how I work, my autism, and just as I start to like mature emotionally and psychologically and understand better how the world works and what drains me and what revitalizes me and what I really need to function well, it wasn't until all of this sort of solidified and like pieced together and clicked that I start enjoying my own solitude more and my own company, because I get to do things for me. There is no social attachment. There's no attachment of like having to like consider other people's needs, what they might like, what they might not like, or other people's social batteries, or basically I temporarily don't have to think about other people. And I can put 100% of my time, 100% of my energy into myself and what I want, what I need, and asking myself the things that I would ask a friend, like, how am I doing? What do I need right now? How can I support you? Instead of asking other people that, I ask myself those questions. What do I need right now? How am I feeling? What do I want to do? And not be attached to people and social, not be attached to other people and get entangled in this web of considering everyone else's needs. I just have this time and space to fully consider my own needs and what I want to do and what brings me joy. And full unmasking, doing what is best for me and what I want without social expectations, social attachments. And it also, I did mention this point earlier in the video, but also being alone allows me to think. It allows me to process things. It allows me to basically catch up on all the paperwork or this pile of social things that might have been built up from all these social interactions, or this pile of all these life things that have happened that I have not had the chance to fully process, because I need time alone and I need space to process things. I like being alone means not being distracted, and it's only through not being distracted that I can process things fully without extra input being added onto the pile. I can actually just take the existing pile and process things fully, properly, without distractions, without being overwhelmed, without pressure, without time pressure. I can just do it in my own time. This is a time where everything is about me and no one else. This intentional solitude time, it's all about me. Again, that might sound really conceited, but it's important to fully prioritize ourselves and give ourselves the time and attention that we deserve, that we often give to other people, but might neglect for ourselves. I've definitely neglected myself in this space. So yeah. I guess I also realized that dating, it's also through this dating experience that I realized this, is that dating and romantic relationships complement my life. They complement my life. They do not replace the things in my life. Like, going forward, this is how I'm seeing things and approaching things, is that dating relationships they complement my life. They complement the time I have with friends and the time I spend with family and the time I spend with myself. It's an addition to my life. It is not a replacement for all these things in my life. It is an addition, not a replacement. And that was such a profound realization from last night, that because I think I also subconsciously took dating and replaced my solitude time with it. It's not that I didn't see friends. My friends and family are definitely still part of the picture, but I think I subconsciously took dating and replaced my solitude time with it, intentional solitude time. Again, not with I'll do it whenever I have free time and leftover energy. It's like the replacing my actual intentional solitude time. And then going forward, I'm just thinking it's an addition. It's complementary to all of these things that I have established, not a replacement. And that is a very profound and important distinction. The other point I want to make is that I have spent time alone in the past. Like, I have gone to eat by myself. I have gone to the cinemas by myself. I've done things alone, but I've not consciously been aware of this is quite fun. I actually enjoy my own company. I just sort of mindlessly, I don't know if mindless is a harsh word. I did it without this realization and conscious awareness of what I was actually doing. And I think it was enjoying, and I just say I went to see a horror movie in the past. I went to see it. I really enjoyed the horror movie, but I didn't think about the aspect of I'm actually spending time in intentional solitude doing something for myself. I'd watched the movie and sort of disconnected or wasn't aware of this aspect of I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this because I enjoy it, and I'm spending time alone and I'm actually enjoying it. That part wasn't conscious to me. It was just, I like this movie. I'm going to go watch this movie. That was fun. It wasn't all these deeper things that I'm talking about in this video, I was not aware of at the time. Now I am. And it just makes spending time alone even more valuable to me. Makes it more valuable to me. It's like quality time with myself. And also, on a tangent, I have no shame in going to the cinemas myself. I have no shame in going to the arcade by myself. I have no shame in eating by myself, at a restaurant. It doesn't bother me that I go alone. It's spending time with people is great. I'm not gonna lie. Spending time with people is great. It's amazing. It's fun. But it's also can be very socially draining because sometimes I just want to do things and I really don't want to drag other people along. And organized dragging is a harsh word. I mean, inviting other people along, because that means social planning, having to find dates and times that works for everyone. It also means like the whole meeting up thing. Like, not that I don't travel to go alone, but like it's just more logistical organization, and also considering what other people like, what other people like. So if I love horror movies and one of my friends hates horror movies, it's not gonna work, because I'm gonna feel awful if I go into a horror movie and they absolutely hate horror movies, and then if I do something else, I'm gonna miss out on the thing that I really want to do, which is watch the horror movie. It's just basically the logistical mess is a lot more complicated. Whereas if I just want to watch a movie and I feel like going and I have capacity, I can just go and watch a movie. There's nothing attached to me. I can just go whenever I want to. As I have alone time, I have intentional solitude time. I want to go watch a movie. I want to go watch a movie. Fuck it, I want to go watch a movie. It's just that simple. It's no ties to anyone. There's no pressure. There's no ties. And if I feel like watching a movie and then like, for example, 20 minutes later, I'm just like, yeah, I don't feel like watching a movie anymore, then I won't go watch a movie. There's no pressure. That's the beauty of intentional solitude time as well, is that I can be flexible with myself. If I think about something and then I'm like, yes, and then I'm like, actually, no, that's okay. I'm not letting anyone down. I'm not letting myself down. I'm not last minute canceling anyone. It's being flexible with what I want. I can do whatever I want with this intentional solitude time. That's the beauty of it. There's no pressure. I do whatever the hell I want. That's beauty. That's beautiful. In summary, you're awesome and you should enjoy your own company. You should enjoy your own time and company with yourself, because you are awesome, I'm awesome, we are all awesome, we all have value, we all have worth, and it can take time for us to realize that. Like, it took me forever to reach this point of actually saying, I enjoy my own company, I respect myself to prioritize myself. And then when I was journaling last night, it's like, this hits so hard. It's like, finally, I have reached this point where I truly believe it. It's like this thing that's been circling in my head, people have been echoing it to me for so long, but I never believe it. And it's until like last night that it's like, now I'm like, I actually believe it. I actually believe it. It's not just like yeah, I guess that's something. Yeah. It's like, I actually believe it, like, for myself. I actually believe it for myself. And that in itself is so powerful. I feel like, what's the guy from Dragon Ball Z where you go Super Saiyan mode? That's how I feel. It's just like, it's like ultimate power. It's unbelievable. But yes, value your own company. You're amazing and you deserve to value your own company. You deserve to prioritize your own intentional solitude. Thank you for watching, folks. This sort of felt like a pep talk, some motivational speech. I don't know. It's just me brain dumping about some revelations I had last night. And I hope it's inspiring. I hope you got something out of this video. I just realized how angled my hoodie is this whole time. I said thank you for watching already. I'm going to say it again. Thank you for watching. And have a good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in the next video.